everybody, good morning and welcome back to ReUnited. The transfer window is shut. It's official, the transfer window is shut. We wake up this morning as Manchester United fans, angry. I'm definitely angry. We're going to get into all the topics. I want to talk about a little bit about the Crystal Palace game. I want to talk about, obviously, the transfer window. I want to talk about the players. I want everybody to get their views in this morning. I want everybody to get involved. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So I want to talk about the Crystal Palace game first. So after analysing the game, I mean, there was plenty of things that I missed in the live chat. But after after analysing the game on Sunday, I cannot believe that he went with two false nines in the starting 11. Yes, Kobe and Garnacho as the two false nines. And do you know what? Bruno Fernandes was basically a centre midfielder. Now, my opinion on that is, obviously Bruno Fernandes isn't a centre midfielder. I think the system would have worked more if we would have had a striker on the pitch, a number 9, but we didn't. Obviously, I've given a lot of stick to the strikers, and rightfully so. But to come to Old Trafford when the chips are down, the mentality's down, you know, the morale's down, and everything else, and to not start a striker, I think is criminal, to be honest with you. The first 10 minutes was good. You know, the crowd were fantastic. We were getting behind the boys so much. And it looked very promising. But very, very quickly, after the first 10 minutes, we fell back into our reserve mentality. You know, going forward, coming back straight away. No creative passes. Very, almost negative. And it's simply not good enough. And do you know what? I was nowhere near harsh enough on Sunday after the game as I should have been. We're going to talk about it now. Diogo Dalot, I do not know how he still gets a Manchester United shirt. I don't. I have never seen anything like it in my life. Obviously, we're sat in the corner of the Stretford end, right? Diogo Dalot in the second half is surfboarding, but he's going the opposite way. He's going away from goal. And the player's going towards goal. That's just one thing that I can think off the top of my head. There's been so many things that he's done, but that one stands out like a sore thumb. I mean, there was a header in the first half, a free header. I think everyone can remember that one. Smash like if you can remember that. Diogo Dalot just lets the player beat him, and he has a free chance on goal. His positioning is horrendous. And then that's not even talking about the amount of times that he threw a ball to a Crystal Palace player or he couldn't play the pass, a basic pass. I get that there's pressure at Old Trafford at the minute. I get that there's like a bad smell around the club. I get that. But that just comes with being a Manchester United player. And do you know what? Over the years, you know, we've seen so many world-class players. We've seen Di Maria, we've seen Memphis Depay, we've seen Alexis Sanchez, we've seen Radamel Falcao. We've seen so many soups at Lukaku. Excuse me. We've seen so many Paul Pogba. I'd probably put Paul Pogba in there as well. We've seen so many world-class talents at other clubs, you know, come to Old Trafford and flop on the big stage. It's nothing new. But I believe Amorim's trying to change this. He really is. And I'm going to talk about Amorim now. So, it's absolutely criminal the fact that Man United have sacked Ten Hag. And everyone was getting excited about Ten Hag at first. You know, I was getting excited about Ten Hag when he first came in. I'm thinking that this is positive. This is more what we need as a football club. But then they go back into that same pattern. Either the players are down in tools. I mean, I know he spent horrendously. Some of the signings he made, and the price tags aren't his fault. You can thank the recruitment for that and the wages and everything. But some of the players he bought in, by the way. But anyway, we're going off at a tangent. We're talking about Amorim. So Manchester United went to Sporting Lisbon. You know, Sporting Lisbon doing absolutely fantastically at the top of the league. Amorim's, well, I think, quote me if I'm wrong, he won the last team titles with Sporting, doing very well, obviously beating Manchester City, everything else, they're on fire. I mean, he's got the team playing absolutely fantastic football, by the way, and you can't take that away from him. He's built that. Manchester United come along. Hello, Ruben. Yeah, want you to come to Old Trafford? No, I'm not coming till the summer. Oh, why is that? I want a full pre-season. I want money to recruit players for my system. I want to get to know the players, and I want to offload players as well that don't deserve to be there. No, we want you now. We want you now. Oh yeah, but we're going to pay Sporting all these millions. Here you go. Here's X amount of millions. Okay, you look like you're a serious club. I'll come here. What the hell has he gotten himself into? The ground's falling down. The owners are cutting costs. They're cutting bonuses. They're getting rid of Sir Alex Ferguson. They're rumouring that they're going to sell young talents. Oh, and then by the way, come the January transfer market, he's rubbing his hands. Yeah, maybe I might get some recruitments. Loans, not even transfers, just loans. And then, lo and behold, what happens? Matthias Tell from Bayern Munich, a loan. Not even a permanent deal, just a loan. Manchester United don't do it. And why is that? They don't want to pay the 5 million loaning fee. Disgusting. But they'll cut all the costs. They'll put, I mean, this might just be a rumour, but a lot of the lads have been talking about it at the ground. A lot of my mates. They're rumouring that they're going to put the tickets up, the season tickets, by 20%. Mic drop. 20% increase on season ticket prices. This is the time when we all need to stick together. This is the time when we all need to stick together. You know, channels like me, an up and coming channel, trying to spread awareness, trying to get the fan base back together, trying to link everybody's views. You know, people that go and watch the game every week at Old Trafford like myself, or even people that just watch it at home, it doesn't matter. Everybody's got a view, but I want everybody to be together. If I was Sir Jim Radcliffe this morning, I'd be scared. I would be scared of going into Manchester or to another game because excuse me, what they've done, they've just hung Amorim out to dry. They've got him in, and then they've not backed him in the January transfer market, and they're just expecting him to make something out of this disorganised bunch of shithouses that couldn't play in any system. And I've said this for a very long time now, and I said this in my video last night. Our 4 attackers, and I said this before Sky Sports even put this out, by the way. Our 4 attackers, Rasmus Højlund, Joshua Zirkzee, Alejandro Garnacho, and Amad Diallo. That's our 4 attacking options. 2 of them are wingers / wing backs. I'd probably class Amad Diallo as, you know, almost universal. He can play anywhere. But that's our 4 options. Attacking. That scares me. That scares me. And I'm not disrespecting the players. I'll tell you why that scares me. These players can't do it at Old Trafford against the likes of Southampton. This is no disrespect to the other clubs, by the way, because they're respectable teams, very good fans as well. Southampton, Crystal Palace, Brighton, you know, they can't do it against those teams. Let's be real, they're not the powerhouses of the Premier League, are they? So if they can't do it against the smaller teams, what's going to happen when, you know, Chelsea, Arsenal, City, Liverpool come to Old Trafford? It's going to be an absolute cricket score. And the pressure, if they think the pressure is high now at Old Trafford, the transfer window's ended, boys. There's no recruitments. And I said this after the Brighton game. We can say what we want about Anthony. We really can. And do you know what? My views, my opinions probably match all of yours. That's a fact. And we can say what we want about Marcus Rashford. He has been a leech. He has been sucking money out of the club. He has been, you know, very, very poor on and off the pitch. His attitude. I don't need to list what's wrong about Marcus Rashford because everybody already knows. But the one thing I will say is we haven't recruited to replace those players. So we're now 2 wingers down. We're 2 players down. Going into the second half of the season, that is going to be very difficult. We're 12 points off the drop zone. That's scary. As a Manchester United fan, trust me, that is scary. We're 12 points off the drop. Anything could happen. Let's talk about the fixture list. Up and coming for Manchester United. Leicester City. Excuse me. Leicester City in the FA Cup this Friday at Old Trafford. Welcome back, Ruud van Nistelrooy, by the way. I love Ruud van Nistelrooy. I think Ruud van Nistelrooy should have stayed as a backroom staff at Manchester United, because I can't think of anyone better to have than Ruud van Nistelrooy. Giving the strikers advice, giving the players advice, it would have been fantastic. That's going off at a tangent. Leicester City come to Old Trafford Friday night, 8 o'clock kickoff. We'll be there. Ruud van Nistelrooy is going to get those players psyched up for that game. He is going to want to beat us. I know he's a legend of the club. He is going to want to beat us. And the likes of Jamie Vardy will be licking his lips at the state of our defence. Leicester City will fancy us. Every team that's come to Old Trafford this year has fancied us. Moving on to the Premier League. Our next 3 Premier League fixtures, which scares the living shite out of me, is Spurs away. That is probably a 50-50 game. Let's be real, that is probably a 50-50 game. That could go either way. Still scares me, but that could go the other way. Either way, sorry. But still, could easily drop 3 points there. We could easily only take 1 point away from there. Then we move on to Everton away. That one, out of all the 3 that I'm going to list, really scares me. David Moyes, a very respectable manager. I've always liked David Moyes. Fantastic attitude, fantastic ethics, very good footballing knowledge, and a humble man. Got Everton playing so well. He knows the club inside out. Brilliant. We've got to go to Goodison Park, where Everton are looking like a proper football team again. Fair play to them. They're looking very good. But Manchester United have got to go to Goodison Park and try and get a result there. That is going to be very hard. And by the way, Everton are below us, but they're not that below us at the minute. And that's the honest truth. Everton aren't that far behind us. If they take 3 points off us, we're going to be slowly dropping down that table. And that's a fact. Then the third fixture is Ipswich at Old Trafford. And the reason why that one scares me is the fact that the players are so nervy and looking so incapable at Old Trafford. Ipswich, look at Ruben Amorim's first game, Ipswich at home. I know it was at their ground, but they looked so well drilled. They played so well as a team, and regardless of their previous games and results, they're going to fancy it at Old Trafford. So, as a Manchester United fan at the minute, to me, it's all very... We're just on this one big merry-go-round. You know, like the same with Ten Hag, but I genuinely think Ruben Amorim is the right manager for Manchester United. I believe that. But, yet again, he's not had financial backing in a window. If we was going to write the season off, just bring him in the summer. That would have been the logical thing to do. And I question all the people making the big decisions at the football club. I question the recruitment. I question Sir Jim Radcliffe and Ineos, all the cuttings. But you know, they didn't want to pay the loaning fees, but they want to put our tickets up. I question absolutely everything. It's almost like kamikaze at Old Trafford. Let's do absolutely everything to ruin the club. That's how it feels to me. There isn't any positives at the minute as a fan. There isn't any positives, and all it is negatives. And I don't like to be negative, but that's all it is at the minute. I'm going to wrap it up here, people. Thank you very much to everybody supporting the channel. I keep saying it. Your support does not go unnoticed. Thank you for everybody subscribing, liking the videos. I get a lot of shares as well. Thank you very much. And I'll see you on the next one.